Hello and welcome to BusyWorksBeats.com. I heard you guys in the comments. You said BandLab, 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 and I didn't listen. I thought it was for the kids. I thought it was just some app that kids were using just to record in their car. But boy, I was wrong. Last night I stumbled across BandLab again, and I started messing with the app and messing with the effects and messing with the audio. And I'm like, this is the sound these kids are getting. It's from BandLab. We thought it was Fruity Fast Distorted. It's actually BandLab. What I'll show you guys today is a workflow that I created in BandLab. We're going to record a song in like 5 to 10 minutes. So what we're going to do is firstly, we're going to go to BandLab. Here's the home page. And then we're going to click on where it says Open Studio. Okay. And we're going to now go to where it says Import Track in the bottom left. Now I already have a track loaded up. So I'm going to go to my Downloads folder. We're going to click the little share icon in the bottom left. And then we're going to scroll all the way in the middle apps, all the way to More. And under More, we're going to find where it says BandLab. So it's going to import that file into BandLab. So the first thing we want to do is just listen to the beat. So I'm going to take off my headphones and then hit play. You guys should be able to hear it. Okay, so that's the beat. So firstly, you can, if you don't know the key of the beat, you can click on it, hit the ellipses on the top right and go to auto detect key. Now this one is not accurate. So it says B minor, but the actual key is A major, and that's not the relative minor. So in this case, you have to know a little music theory or at least use online tools with the piano to figure out the key. So that's the only thing that is wrong about this, but it's a great app. So let's go to where it says effects and let's hit the plus button. My favorite effect is called Bumps Everything. And we want to edit this effect so that it's not overwhelming. So let's click the little fader icon. And first we're going to turn off noise gate because we don't need that. We're going to click on the next component. And there's a compressor. It's called an 1176. Don't worry about memorizing this. Just turn off the chorus. Go to the EQ. If you don't like what the EQ does to your beat, you could turn that off. For now, we're going to turn it off. And turn off the de-esser. And then go to the last tab and turn off filter echo. So basically, we're just using the compressor. So let's go all the way back. And let's hit the back button. And then X out of there with the top right. And now hit play. Now the beat has that crunch. Okay, we thought it was Fruity Fast Distorted. They were using this the whole time. So firstly, the beat is cool, but it's a little too heavy. So click on it again, go to the ellipses, and go to where it says gain. And then we're gonna turn this down about 6 dB. Okay, so anytime you need to turn a beat down, try 6 dB. That should be a fair enough dB. So let's hit accept. And now if I go back, it's just enough crunch. So I'll be recording using my iPhone headphones. These are simple iPhone headphones, 15 bucks off of Amazon. And I told you guys, these are not only good for mixing, but recording as well due to BandLab. So before I plug these in though, the next step is we need to kind of mess with the beat a little bit, at least for what I want to do. So I'm going to tap on it one more time, go to the ellipses and go to transpose. We're going to pull this up 1 semitone. Okay, so if you hear guys in the background, we have construction, so they might be banging on stuff. Okay, so we're going to go +1 semitone. So that changes the key to +1 semitone, and now we're in B flat major for those who are music theory nerds. Don't worry about that though. If you don't know music theory, no worries. So we're gonna slide this all the way back, and now we're gonna plug in my mic by plugging in my headset, okay, and hit the plus icon, and we're gonna go to a voice audio track. And now what we wanna do is hit the little headphones, and now I can hear myself in the headphones. You guys can't hear it because I haven't unplugged. You won't be able to hear the beat as I record, but I'll unplug it every time I record. So just hit the little headphones to hear yourself. This is called input monitoring. And then go to where it says auto pitch. And then we need to lock in the key, which is B flat major. Let's go up to the top where it says chromatic. This is chromatic. Let's switch this to major. And the B flat symbol, if you scroll up top, looks like A sharp, B flat. Okay, so it is a little music theory intensive here, again, because that key detector is wrong. So you could record out of key. So just beware for those who don't know music theory. Okay, so X out of here. So we want to turn this up. So we're going to turn this little knob up to where it's all the way up. We could always turn it back down. And that's all we need on our vocals. Now we might add some effects. Let me see. I don't like to record into effects, so we could add delay or reverb. It's not going to mess with that right now. So also I want to go to the 21 Savage track and turn off headphone monitoring on that track. You guys can't hear this, but I just turned off the voice. I guess it doesn't matter. That didn't make a difference. Okay, so when we record, make sure auto pitch is on, and I believe it is on. I guess you have to hold this up for it to stay on. Okay, so now you guys can't hear this, but now I'm going to hit play and just hear my voice in auto pitch, it's called, which is their version of auto tune. Mic check, 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 check. Now you guys are gonna hear my voice over over Ableton, which is not auto-tune, but you guys will hear the final product. Okay, so let's come up with like a little phrase. Again, you guys can't hear this, so let me just play the beat one more time so you guys see how that headphone had the monitoring. I guess, let me see something. You guys may be able to hear my auto-tune. Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll mute my mic in Ableton so that you can hear me only through the phone. So now you're hearing me only through this phone. That's crazy. Okay, so even if you don't have a headset, you can do this. Okay, so that's cool. You can even do it without a headset. Can't hear me. Okay, I heard myself, but you guys can't hear me. So you guys can't hear the beat, but I'm going to record some like nonsense bars because I don't have a song written. Now, cool. What's also cool about this is, hopefully you guys can see that the whole time. What's also cool about this is that if you go to the feather icon or the quill icon, you could actually write lyrics. So you could read it as you're recording. I think that's so dope. I just got no. Okay, so again, I don't have bars, so we're just gonna freestyle. All right, let's record for the first time here in Auto-Tune. I might just sing. Right now. Oh, that was out of key. Right now. Okay, so let's come up with some bars. I just got New Year's. Playing to got my tourists. I'm just rolling around like a tourist. Rain stays with the mirrors. Resist like a mirror. I got no bars to this beat. Okay. So let me let you guys hear what I recorded. Now this is, let's turn auto pitch on. All right, so right now the vocals are super low compared to the beat. So I'm gonna click on the vocals, go to where it's the ellipses, go to gain. We're gonna pull this up. Now normally I don't gain the vocals, but because I want this distorted sound, we're gonna pull the vocals up about 8 dB in this case. And then we're gonna hit play. Now, if the beat is still screaming over the vocals, all you have to do is go to your fader on the bottom left and then just turn the beat down. It does not need to be super loud. Just turn the beat down 6 more dB. Okay, and then you should be able to hear your vocals. Oh, that was out of key. Now also, I want to note, if you click on your vocals and go to the ellipses, you can go to where it says denoise and take out any background noise. So even if you don't have this headset, you can record without noise. This is just such a crazy app. Okay, so the question is, how do we get our vocal louder? So here's where you guys may be like, okay, how do we edit the vocal though? Let's go to effects. Let's click on the effects where it says vocal. And we're gonna go to where it says select the preset or create a new preset. Now there are built-in presets. If you scroll over, it says vocals here, and you could try these out. I'm just gonna give you guys a producer's like preset or whatever. Okay, so let's go to select the preset. And the first thing I'm gonna do with the vocal is add, let's see if they have saturation. You don't need to memorize all the words I'm using here. I'm trying to get familiar with this platform. So we're not going to use any guitar pedals, delay, or distortion. I want to see if they have an exciter. So this is called vocal enhancer, adds brightness. So they renamed a lot of stuff, so I don't know what this stuff is. Enhances the signal using subtle harmonic distortion. So let's go to exciter first, and let's hear what my vocal sounds like. Oh, that was out of key. Let's up the harmonics. Okay, let's come up with some bars. And let's lower the threshold. I just got New Year's, playing to count my tourists. I just roll around like a tourist. Let's pull back the mix level here. Okay, so I know I'm not saying nothing. Let's click on the plus icon, and now we want to compress. So again, if you're new here, don't worry about these terms. We're just gonna go to where it says dynamics, and let's use the classic 1176 compressor here. And let's see, ratio 12:1 is way too high. Let's try a 4:1 ratio. And let's do attack fast. You don't need to memorize this. Basically, we're just gonna turn up the input until we hear the sound. Right now. Oh, that was out of key. So that's gonna, so basically the compressor is gonna pull your vocal to the front a little bit. Now let's add an EQ. Let's hit the plus button and let's see if we can find an EQ in here. Let's go to tone maybe. They named this so weird. Like producers don't talk this way. Sorry, BandLab. Love the company, but they don't talk this way. Okay, let's go to graphic EQ and let's pull up, let's scroll down and pull up the frequencies around 3 kilohertz. If you want more presence, add like 6K, 6 kilohertz.
Right now. Oh, that was out of key. Right now. Okay, let's come up with some bars.
Now, the only thing I don't like about that first plugin in the top left is that it adds like a scratchy tone. So let's turn that off. I don't like that sound.
I just got New Year's, playing to count my tourists. I just roll around like a tourist. Rain says, but the mirrors.
So right now it's a leveling issue. Don't worry about that. So we're going to turn off the exciter for now. I just don't like the scratchiness and I don't have time to be going through every plugin here. Let's go to the plugin list again. Nextly, we want to add some dimension to the vocal. So let's add some, let's see what they have here as far as modulation. Let's see. They have standard chorus, which might be too much. Let's try their Dimension B. This is basically just a preset. You're just going to try it. Even on the real thing, it's just presets.
I just got New Year's, playing to count my tourists. I just roll around like a tourist. Rain says, but the mirrors, resist like a mirror.
All right, so I like 2. I like setting number 2. I don't know why my screen's not updating because I definitely have it on 2 and not 4. All right, so preset number 2. So this chorus should come after. I don't know why it's over here. So let's hold and click and move it towards the end of the chain. Very important because I assume it goes from the left side to the right side. You don't need to know what that means. Let's add a little delay. Let's add a plus and let's find our delay. And we're going to do D-delay, more customized delay. A lot of this is like confusing. Okay, delay. Let's do delays, audio, and signal time. Let's do filter echo.
I just got New Year's, playing to count my tourists. I just roll around.
So what I'm doing is lowering the time value here to 1/8 on the left.
I just got New Year's, playing to count my tourists. I just roll around like a tourist.
Let's lower the mix level.
But the mirrors, resist like a mirror.
Okay, now let's add reverb. Okay, sorry for my whack bars. Let's click the plus icon and let's go to the reverb section. So I see why people have trouble with this. As a producer, it's hard to even know what the heck these terms are. So it would be easier if the company watches this. It says skip frames. Okay, let's see what happens here. So it looks like my computer is like glitching. Hopefully you guys saw this. So what we're gonna do is go to the reverb tab and let's do studio reverb. And this is the last plugin we'll have in the chain.
Right now.
Just lower the mix level.
Oh, that was out of key.
All right, so apparently my computer can't handle the screen. So what we're gonna do is go back, X out of here. All right, hopefully you guys are seeing all this.
Right now. Oh, that was out of key. Right now. Okay, let's come up with some bars.
Bars are weak.
I just got New Year's, playing to count my tourists. I just roll around like a tourist. Rain says, but the mirrors, resist like a mirror.
Let's see if you can loop. Can you loop on here? Let me see. Looping is not obvious if you can. I don't see any loop features. That's probably a key thing. So BandLab guys, if you guys are watching, we need a way to loop easily. Maybe there is a way. I'm just not. It's not. Oh, okay. Never mind. There it is. You just double click to loop. Figured that out pretty fast. All right. So double click to loop and drag this loop, the red thing up top. So what we want to do now is just level the beat back in. So let's go to the bottom left where it has a fader.
I just got New Year's, playing to count my tourists. I just roll around like a tourist.
Turn your beat down, turn your vocals down, turn your vocal up. Just kind of balance out. You want the beat to hit, but you also want the vocals to not be super loud.
I just got New Year's, playing to count my tourists. I just roll around like a tourist. Rain says, but the mirrors, resist like a mirror. I just got New Year's, playing to count got my tourists. I just roll around like a terrorist. Rain stays with the mirrors. Residence like a mirror. I got New Year's. Landing got my tourists. I just roll around like a terrorist. Rain stays with the mirrors.
You could do a lot on this. Like if I really spent time and didn't have to screen record and all this, you could do a lot on this. So let's figure out ways. So if you needed to edit, let's say you want to get rid of the first half, just click on it and use that split tool, which looks like a little road icon or something. Okay, with the dashes in it, hit the split tool, click on here and just get rid of the extra on the side. And then you could record like how do I explain this? Record one take. Let's see if you can duplicate tracks. That would be a key feature if not, because, oh, we can. Okay, so click the fader in the bottom left. Click the little ellipses where it says vocals, and we want to duplicate this. The reason we're doing this is because we want to do another take, but we want to have room to record. Okay, so I also think you could do count in recording under settings. Let's do count in recording. Let's turn that on. We want at least 1 bar of count in so that when we go to record, it's not just like, it just doesn't start recording right away. Let's do 1 bar of count in. And what else do we want? I think that's really it. Now the tempo is not 120, but I don't feel like putting the tempo in. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is record another whack bar. But this time, we're gonna do like record off of, let me make this zone bigger. Okay, so I'm gonna make the loop bigger, but once I'm done singing the first part, I'm gonna pick up and record the second part. That was a lot, but basically we're just recording another take. Let's hit record, and now we can go back and forth and record little takes. So again, I don't have bars, so let's see what we can come up with. So firstly, let's make sure our effects are on. Let's turn on auto pitch. Let's turn on our headphone monitoring. Wait, you guys are hearing double. Check, check, check. Why am I hearing double? Let me figure this out. I should know this. I just got New Year. Oh, maybe because I'm hearing myself over. Okay, that's why. All right. What we're gonna do now, I'm hearing the echo over my mic, but let's just hit record and come up with some bar. Now the thing is, I need to hit record, but auto pitch is taking up my screen, so I don't know where to come in. That's the only problem here, is that it turns off auto pitch from what I understand, unless maybe I'm not understanding. Check. Okay, I'm incorrect. Never mind. Let's record. So what I don't like about this is that I can't see where the other take is. And that throws off people who are recording because we need to know where we're coming in. So BandLab team, you got to make it to where we can record and lower this screen because I can't tell where to come in. And this doesn't make sense to me. Let's turn on auto pitch, make sure that's on, check. Okay, let's record. Crib got a gate, your house by the lake. All we do is hate. Shout to my, see, I got no bars. Oh my God. Okay, so I missed the bar because I couldn't see where to come in. And that's the exact problem that we're gonna have as artists. Okay, that was dangerous because if I said anything, it would have like fed back for days. Okay, so again, the main problem here is that you guys can't see where you're recording. This is gonna throw you off big time. There may be a solution out there, but I don't know it yet. So we're gonna left click. And now if I drag this, I don't know if it's gonna drag to the bar or what. How do we change our snap segments? Snap to grid. It doesn't say what snap to grid measurement it's using. So that is another kind of quirky thing. We don't know how many increments we're moving it over.
I just got New Year's. Landing got my tourists. I just roll around like a terrorist. Rain stays with the mirrors. Residence like a mirror. Crib got a gate.
See how
house by
I moved the audio. Now I got to figure out which step it comes in on,
I just got New Year's.
which is tedious. Oh my goodness.
I just got
All right, so apparently it starts at the beginning of the loop. So let's move the loop marker.
like a mirror. Crib got a gate.
So I'm getting closer. Now this, again, is a huge recording process, like workflow killer.
Like a mirror. Crib got a gate.
And now we can't line it up. So this part, I don't like about the app. It's hard to tell where you're at.
Like a mirror. Crib got a gate. Your house by the lake. All we do is hate. Shout to my
Okay. Regardless of the lyrics, oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's undo that. split that, delete that. So again, my bars aren't coming for me today. I don't know why. So just showing you guys how to record. So that's how you can record back to back to back and just kind of record one take, second take, another take up top, third take, so that you're recording in chunks as opposed to recording one take the entire way through. Maybe we'll try to record a better song. If this frames did drop on this video, I apologize. I'm trying to figure out a better solution for recording this screen because it keeps throwing off my recorder. I think we did a pretty good job. At least what did we learn today? Generally how to use BandLab. We learned how to use the auto tune within BandLab. We learned how to use a vocal chain and set up your preset. And we learned how to transpose the beat to sound cooler and sound crunchier. Okay, so let's take off the loop and let's hear our crazy, terrible song that we just made.
I just got New Year's, laying got my tourist. I just roll around like a tourist. Rain says for the mirrors, residence like a mirror. Crib got a gate, your house by the lake. All we do is hate. Shout to my.
Man, that threw off the rhythm, but hopefully you guys are grasping the idea here. One day I want to make a good song on it. It's just because I want to keep going through the video. So once you're done, you may ask, okay, can you master the track? Yes, you can. Click the little cloud icon in the top right. And we're going to go to where it says save. And then just scroll all the way down to where it says additional settings. And you can actually preview the mastering. So click where it says mastering. Here's the original. Now I'm going to click on the master tab. That one's a little crunchy. So basically they have different styles of mastering. They give you 4 options here. My favorite is the tape for this style. So I'm going to go through the different styles here. This one's way too dark. That one's too dark. Let's try clarity. Did they mute my vocal? Wait, I'm trying to hear where my vocals come in. This one's heavily compressed. Where's my vocals at?
At the mirror, creep around like a terrace. Rain says for the mirrors, residence like a mirror. Crib got a gate, your house by the lake. New Year's, laying got my tourist. I just roll around like a terrace. Rain says for the mirrors.
Here's the original.
I just got New Year's, laying got my tourist. I just roll around like a terrace. Rain says for the mirrors.
It's the master version.
Residence like a mirror.
It gets rid of some of the rumble, but I think it makes the vocal sound clear. So you would apply that mastering and then set up all your other settings and just release the song like that. So again, forgive my bars. It was more of a demonstration of how to use it than the actual song. But that is how you can record on BandLab using your phone. It's pretty insane. I can't even think of how far you guys could take this. Think about how many content creators can now just record their own songs and upload it as background music and put it out on all streaming platforms. That easy. I'm shocked. So again, forgive my bars. The bars were not the greatest, but the fact that we can record now on our phone using our headset and it sounds decent, it sounds like you would buy a mic and process it anyhow. I'm a producer, and I mean, that's what it comes down to. So thank you guys for watching. It's Game from BusyWorksBeats.com. If you want more BandLab videos, let me know in the comments below. Peace.